Good evening, my Real News Midday TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update. And in the news of this evening, TikToker 41 boss head shot and killed in Montego Bay. The St. James police are investigating the death of a social media personality who was shot and killed by unknown assailants on Friday night in Montego Bay. 23-year-old Marlon Samuels, also known as a 41 boss head of a Rose Heights address, was shot around 10 p.m. on North Lane in the western city. The attackers reportedly fled the scene. The Montego Bay CIB is currently investigating the incident. Samuels had gained popularity on social media platforms TikTok and Instagram. Reports indicated that he was killed shortly after doing a live feed on Instagram. Further reports suggest that he would have celebrated his birthday today, Saturday. His death comes just days after fellow social media influencer Xavier Nyagang Fogo was shot and killed on December 7 during a live TikTok session in St. Catherine. Motorcyclist dies in Manchester crash. A motorcyclist died from injuries sustained in a crash on St. Tullis Road in Manchester early Saturday morning. The deceased has been identified as 44-year-old Kevin Douglas, otherwise called Gully, a construction worker of Scott Pass, Clarendon. According to the police, around 1:45 a.m., Douglas was riding his blue Zamco motorcycle along St. Tullis Road near the Manchester-Clarendon border when he lost control, fell and struck his head on the pavement. He was pronounced dead at the scene. Mango Man charged with murder. A painter has been charged with murder following a July 4 shooting in Greenwich Town, Kingston. Mark Ferron, 30, otherwise called Wayne or Mango Man of Tavern Drive, Kingston, has been charged with murder, possession of prohibited weapon, possession of unauthorized ammunition, and using a firearm to commit a felony. Dead is Rohan Seymour, otherwise called the boss of Greenwich Town, Kingston. Reports from the Hunts Bay police are that about 10:35 a.m., Seymour was cleaning debris from the roadway when he was attacked and shot by a group of armed men, which included Ferron. The police were alerted, and upon their arrival, Seymour was seen lying on his back, suffering from gunshot wounds to his hand and upper body. He was taken to the hospital, where he was pronounced dead. Ferron was later taken into custody and charged. His court date is being finalized. ICE nabs a fugitive wanted for murder in Jamaica. The United States Immigration and Customs Enforcement Agency says agents have arrested a Jamaican fugitive in Philadelphia who is wanted for murder in Jamaica. 23-year-old Giovan Anthony Ford was arrested by enforcement and removal operations agents and the U.S. Marshals Service deputies on December 17 and remains in ERO custody pending his removal from the United States. Ford, who was living in Philadelphia, was reportedly arrested during a targeted enforcement operation without incident. Ford's arrest should send a clear message to anyone who attempts to flee prosecution in their home country that you will be caught and you will be returned to face justice, said acting ERO Philadelphia Field Office Director Brian McShane. ICE said U.S. Customs and Border Protection officers encountered Ford in San Ysidro, California on July 18, 2022. He was enrolled in the Alternatives to Detention Smart Link program and released on July 19, 2022. ICE said his participation was terminated on June 27, 2023 after he failed to abide by the terms of the program, and an immigration judge ordered Ford removed in absentia on July 24, 2023. Jamaican authorities issued a warrant for Ford almost a year later on May 24, 2024 for murder. Man freed of murder after 12 years in custody awaiting trial. A man who spent 12 years in custody awaiting trial for murder was freed by a jury in the Home Circuit Court in Kingston on Friday. The jury returned its unanimous not guilty verdict in less than an hour. Alonda Thompson had been charged with the 2012 murder of Chinese national Lisha Wang, who operated a wholesale in Stony Hill, St. Andrew. The prosecution's case hinged on the testimony of a witness who claimed to have driven Thompson to the scene and seen him shoot Wang. However, under cross-examination by Thompson's attorney, King's counsel Peter Champagny, the witness admitted to multiple inconsistencies in his police statement and acknowledged having a criminal record. Champagny suggested the witness fabricated the accusation after Thompson threatened to report him for involvement in a shooting. Additionally, Champagny pointed out that DNA evidence failed to link Thompson to the crime and that another witness testified that the shooter's appearance didn't match the prosecution's description. Thompson was also represented by Samoy Campbell. Mandeville police seek motorist linked to fatal hit and run. The Mandeville police in Manchester are searching for a motorist who allegedly ran over a man after he fell from a motorcycle 2 days ago. The man later died. The incident occurred around 4:30 p.m. on December 19. The unidentified man was a pillion on a motorcycle traveling along Manchester Road when he reportedly fell off. As he hit the ground, a motorcar ran over him, with the driver failing to stop. The injured man was assisted to the hospital, but later succumbed to his injuries. The Mandeville Traffic Department is investigating the incident. St. Anne policeman knocked off motorcycle by car, seriously injured. A police constable attached to the Ontario police station narrowly escaped death early Friday morning after being hit from his service motorcycle in Ontario, St. Anne. It is reported that about 7:30 a.m., the constable who was on traffic duties was riding his motorcycle westerly along the Costa Drive in the vicinity of the Ontario's Drug Center when the driver of a Toyota Probox motorcar drove from the left of the road and made a U-turn across the path of the cop, resulting in a collision with the service bike. The policeman was thrown from the motorcycle. He received serious injuries and was taken to St. Anne's Bay Regional Hospital, where he is being treated for a broken left arm, lacerations to his face and right foot. His condition is not considered life-threatening. The driver of the motorcar was taken into custody and has since been warned for prosecution. Several suspects detained during St. Mary security operation. Several people have been detained during a multi-agency operation underway in crime hotspots in St. Mary. The police are targeting wanted individuals and high-risk offenders and also aim to recover illegal firearms, ammunition, and the lottery scamming paraphernalia. Commanding Officer for St. Mary, Acting Superintendent Anthony Wallace, told the news that the police believe those in custody can assist them in their investigations. Superintendent Wallace said safety concerns remain for Enfield, which is experiencing a gang conflict.
The St. Mary Police this morning launched a major operation across the parish with major emphasis placed in the Boardville area of Enfield. This operation was geared towards focusing on the major drivers of violence across the parish. We received support from the Specialized Operation Branch, Counter-Terrorism and Organized Crime Branch, also Public Safety and Traffic Enforcement Branch, our Area Fugitive Operation Team, and our valued partners, the Jamaica Defence Force. We continue to appeal to the residents of St. Mary and Enfield in particular to continue to support the police in this effort as we continue to maintain our commitment to keep the parish safe from violent criminals. We'll continue to work close to the residents as we aim to restore normalcy to the Enfield community. We're hoping that in very short order, based on the system that we're putting in place, that we'll be able to start granting permits to the residents of Enfield. As it's not our intention to continue to deny them the opportunity to enjoy, especially during this period, the festive season.
Thank you everyone for watching. See you tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. for another news update.